Arkansas State takes down App State. It's Locked On Sunbelt.
You are Locked On Sunbelt, your daily podcast on the Sunbelt Conference, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, Dave Schultz back with another edition of Locked On Sunbelt, your team every day. A little echoey here in the hotel in Pensacola. Quite a day to come over here. It's a very serious accident when I hit Mobile. Not me, but hopefully everybody is okay. And I'm old, so I have to stop a lot now. It is what it is. We did hear the first half of the App State ball game. We'll get to that in a minute. We were there for the second half. We did see JMU hang on for they never actually lost the lead once they took it, but they did give up a 15-point lead. And the Ragin Cajuns with a crazy baseball victory today. We'll talk about that at the end. But you do have Arkansas State upsetting App State, and they were ahead most of the ball game. Like 8-6 was the last lead that App State had. So fine, Arkansas State beats App State 67-65. They play JMU in tonight's championship ball game, 6 p.m. Central Time. And Arkansas State just took it to App State. It was a 10-point lead at half. Now, App State did take the lead at 65-63, but they hadn't led since like 8-6. And Arkansas State really played well. And as the coach said, Brian Hodgson said after the game, in the past, we would have lost the lead, we would have lost the game. And on Sunday, that's not what happened. They even finished 2 of their last 10 field goals. So they did not finish up strong, although App State did the same. App State finished up like 1 of 7. App State finished on a 2.5-minute scoring drought. So Arkansas State 67-65. I think someone said they've won 10 out of their last 12 with the losses to JMU and App State. Caleb Fields led the way with 23 points. Freddie Hicks with the game winner at the buzzer. He went all, let me see if we can figure out his name. Jimmy from Hoosiers is what he told the coach. Jimmy Chitwood, there you go. He told the coach, and we basically told the coach, I'll make it. Yeah, we're going to run the play to me. I'm going to take the shot because I figured it was going to be either Caleb Fields driving to the hoop or Caleb Fields, driving to the hoop and kicking. I did not think Freddie Hicks was going to get the last shot. Almost dribbled it off his foot. They had a couple of turnovers late, but he did a good pump fake and basically had an open 13-footer, and he got it off with about 0.3 seconds left to go, and it was good. So Freddie Hicks crushes App State's dream season. That's the problem with the Sun Belt, right? App State should still be able to get to the NCAA tournament, but they ain't going to get there. Their net ranking was too low, even if they or too high, whichever way you want to look at it. Even if they beat Texas State, I'm not sure that they would be there. You're right. They really need to be in a top 35 situation, and I'm not sure Arkansas State's going to help JMU now, right? JMU was rooting for App State in case they lost. Now JMU probably has to beat Arkansas State to get to the NCAA tournament. We'll get to that in a little bit. But really, what a great job by Arkansas State. We talked about them early, right? They started out 4-8 during the preseason, and they played Wisconsin, and they played Alabama. And Brian Hodgson says that was brought up during the post-game presser on how the administration, if you will, the AD was all behind him in we're going to take our lumps, but these guys got to learn what it takes to win in these situations, knowing full well that the Sun Belt is a one-bid league. Like, you have to play well for a week. And that's the case. They played well down the stretch. They earned a double bye. And they take down the Cajuns. And then Brian Hodgson said that they had their best 2 defensive games back-to-back. They really dominated the Cajuns and, held App State in check. and did enough just to win. Let's see any other major stats. The free throws were about the same. App State shot like 50. This is going to be crazy. App State shot like 50% for the game, and Arkansas State shot 44% from the game, and one shot 52% in the second half. That was App, and Arkansas State shot 33% in the second half, and somehow this was a 2-point ball game in favor of the Red Wolves. Those statistics don't make a whole lot of sense. Points in the paint, absolutely even, 38 apiece. Rebounding, Arkansas State, surprisingly, with a 36-27 lead in that category. Something had to, that went with Dustin Kearns. The App State coach said after the ball game that they went small. They had to go small to match what Arkansas State was doing, and that actually got them back in the ball game, but that's going to leave you open to not getting those rebounds. So it has been a wild ride for Arkansas State. You know, these two Alabama assistant coaches, Charlie Henry turned his season around after starting out 0-12. And for Georgia Southern, they got a win in the Sun Belt Conference tournament. And Brian Hodgson doing the same. And they play the same way, coming in, listening to the guys on ESPN Plus. They want to shoot it within 7 seconds. And they did a good job. That's a tough team. Brian Hodgson says out of all the teams that he's had, this one has been the one that's been most improved. And something that you find out, we'll post this video. The last time Arkansas State was in the NCAA tournament was 1998. Someone named Freddie Hicks played, or Freddie Hicks' father played for Arkansas State at that point in time. And now Freddie Hicks sends his team to the championship ball game with a chance to go dancing. And then the best part, the one good thing about the way the Sun Belt tournament is you do get a week and a half, right? This is not ending on Sunday and you're playing on, Thursday or Friday, right? You get a nice chance to, rest up. Caleb Fields is banged up a little bit, right? So he's going to do 2 or 3 days of treatment with maybe not a whole lot of physical activity, maybe get some shots up, but that's about it. And then, you can really get some, that's where we concentrate on ourselves. And, obviously they will practice and such. You don't want to go ice cold, but they'll have a chance to get healthy heading into the NCAA tournament. So Arkansas State upsets App State. And again, a really devastating loss to App State. They were the best team in the conference. They sweep JMU. They're the number 1 seed. They had a tough time against the aforementioned Georgia Southern Eagles. They escaped with that one with OT, and they could not get past. Arkansas State, and they had a sensational season. And they will hopefully be playing in the NIT. They should be playing in the NCAA tournament, but they won't be. They should be, but they won't be. All right, let's take a timeout. We'll be back. We will talk about JMU. Not really a come-from-ahead victory, but hanging on after giving up a 15-point lead to Texas State. We will do that after we tell you about Fire TV. Fire TV is your destination for sports, from live games to highlights to in-depth analysis. Fire TV offers amazing viewing experiences with smart TVs, as well as a Fire TV stick that you can plug into your existing TV that provides access to millions of movies and TV episodes, as well as free and live TV. Whether it's opening weekend for baseball or the college basketball tournament, you're going to want to have Fire TV. Fire TV recently created Fire TV channels to deliver a constant supply of the latest videos from your favorite sports brands, all for free. That includes all of us at Locked On and most of the big pro leagues and college conferences as well. Fire TV channels let you dive into all the game analysis, highlights, and more to keep up to date on the latest in the world of sports. March Madness, NBA, Major League Baseball, boy, that is right around the corner, and lots more. Not to mention great news, entertainment, gaming, travel, cooking videos as well. Check out Fire TV channels on Fire TV and Alexa devices. If you haven't checked out Fire TV channels, you should. Trust me on this. To learn more, visit www.amazon.com/LockedOnFireTV. Also from Gametime. You shouldn't have to worry about when you buy tickets to your next big event. Gametime. You shouldn't have to worry when you buy your tickets to your next big game. Gametime is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the best price guarantee, Gametime takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. Gametime is the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. See the view from your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. All-in prices show your total up front, so you know exactly what you're getting. A great deal before you check out. Buy tickets in seconds with just 2 taps. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDON for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem LOCKEDON for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And Lafayette Travel. Escape to Lafayette, Louisiana, the happiest city in America, where every visit is uniquely seasoned with unforgettable experiences. Savor world-class cuisine, including mouth-watering boudin, savory gumbo, and piping hot crawfish, seasoned to perfection. Experience lively festivals that celebrate Lafayette's one-of-a-kind heritage. Explore magnificent trails that lead you through our rich cultural history and breathtaking natural beauty. Discover the untouched purity of our cypress and tupelo swamps, where you can pedal past nesting birds and sunbathing alligators. Immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms of Cajun and Zydeco music that can be heard any night of the week. Whether your passion is for their rich cultural history, the bustling culinary scene, or the distinctive blend of Cajun and Zydeco music, the happiest city in America has something for everyone. Start planning your adventure at LafayetteTravel.com/seasoned. All right, Dave Schultz, Locked On Sunbelt, your team every day. All right, so we do have Arkansas State in the championship game on Monday. They will take on JMU. James Madison hangs on for a 73-68 victory over Texas State. This looked like it was going to be a blowout. James Madison was up 37-22, and Texas State went on a 7-0 run to make it 37-29 at the half. And then Texas State scores the first 5 points in the second half. So a 15-point lead is very quickly down to 13 to begin the second half. Noah Friedel, which led all scorers with 28 points, hits a 3 to slow down what Texas State was doing. Nonetheless, James Madison got up to like 61-55, and they let that lead. Well, no, I'll rephrase that. They were up 51. Let me see here. Let's make just sure here. Because Texas State, I do know, Texas State tied it at 55. But what? Let's see here. So it was 55. In fact, it was 55-45. And for some reason, JMU wouldn't take a timeout. I don't understand it. They didn't take a timeout until the game was tied, and they turned the ball over. They did not take a timeout. Now, there's still a lot of time to go at that point in time. Yeah, it was a tie game. Dante Horn made a layup with like 9 minutes left to go, 8:52. It was 55-45 with 11 and a half minutes to go. And less than 3 minutes later, the game is tied. And I know you got the TV timeout coming in about a minute, but he called one anyways. Now, I will say, Texas State had a shot to take the lead a couple of times and could not do it. And I don't believe they ever tied the ball game up again. No, they didn't. They, in fact, got down 64-57. They did at 64. Let me see here. No, hold on. Late in the ball game, they hit a three-pointer, and yeah, it was 69-65 JMU with 21 seconds left to go. And Benson for Texas State hits a three-pointer, but apparently Texas State called timeout, and the whistle blew just before he took the shot. Would have made it a one-point game. Now, even if JMU hits a couple of free throws, you still got a shot to tie the game, in theory. Checking out the scores, it was Noah Friedel really leading the way for JMU. Terrence Edwards and Biggerstaff did not have their typical ball games. Noah Friedel, 28 points. In fact, Xavier Brown was the only other Duke in double figures. He had 11. Friedel was outstanding. 7 for 15 from the floor, 5 of 11 from 3, 9 of 9 free throws. He was fantastic. The player of the year, Terrence Edwards Jr., only 8 points, 4 of 11 from the floor, 0 of 2 from 3, did not even take a free throw. JMU overall 17 out of 24 from the free throw line. A little bit more balanced scoring from Texas State. Love had 17. Mark Byington said he was very tough in the post-game press conference. Dante Horn had 15 points, and Sykes had 11. They didn't get to the line quite as much. They were 13 out of 18, and JMU was 17 out of 24. Not that much of a difference. Well, the difference would be JMU's three-point shooting. JMU hit 10 of 25 from 3, 40%. Texas State only 3 of 12. So that's where the difference is. Coach Johnson from Texas State mentioned the rebounding was a difference, and JMU out-rebounded Texas State by 10, 39 to 29. But James Madison gave up the lead, and they didn't panic. They never lost the lead, but they didn't. They did give it up, but they did not give it back, so to speak. So now you have JMU, which will be heavily favored, over Arkansas State. It should be a whale of a ball game. Arkansas State certainly coming in here with a ton of confidence. JMU got to win and move on. They're going to be confident as well. It should be a great ball game. It'll be really interesting. I don't think you'll see the discrepancy in threes like that ball game that JMU just had, because that's what Arkansas State does. Arkansas State does play they want layups, free throws, and three-pointers. That's the way they play. I'll take JMU. And I'm the first to admit it, as much as we kid around with the Sunbelt Syndicate not doing well with his picks, I'm shocked that App State lost. I'm shocked. I'm not shocked that all 4 teams didn't get through the top 4 seeds, but I am shocked that it's not App against JMU. I didn't take into account the App State route of JMU of Arkansas State a week ago. They did. They took into account. They held some players out and didn't play very well. He's like, that's not why we lost. They beat us, but we didn't give them our best shot. I'm shocked. I am shocked. Absolutely. So as much grief as we give the Sunbelt Syndicate, who put his bracket out there, I would have had App State and JMU. So I would have been wrong as well. And a lot of his picks were same as my picks. So I didn't have a great bracket either. All right, let's take a timeout. We'll recap a little Sunbelt baseball. Listened to the kid watch it driving, but listen to the Cajuns. And will this game turn their season around? We'll talk about that when we come back. Let me tell you a little bit about LinkedIn. When you're hiring for your small business, you want to find quality professionals that are right for the role. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs has the tools to help find the right professionals for your team faster and for free. LinkedIn isn't just another job board. LinkedIn has a vast network of more than 1 billion professionals, which makes it the best place to hire. It gives you access to professionals you can't find anywhere else. LinkedIn does all of that while making the process easy and intuitive. Hiring is easy when you have that many quality candidates. So easy, in fact, that 86% of small businesses get a qualified candidate within 24 hours. LinkedIn knows that small businesses are wearing so many hats and might not have the time or resources to hire. LinkedIn is constantly finding ways to make the process easier. They even just launched a feature that helps you write job descriptions, making the process easier and quicker. 2.5 million small businesses are using LinkedIn for hiring. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedoncollege. That's linkedin.com/lockedoncollege to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. All right, Dave Schultz, Locked On Sunbelt, your team every day. We will be here for the Sunbelt Championship, and we'll post an episode for Tuesday. I'll maybe do a little bourbon hunting in Pensacola. I don't have a whole lot of funds for that, but we'll see what we can come up with. And then on the way back in maybe Mississippi. So we'll have a little bit of fun on the way home on Tuesday. All right, so the Cajuns baseball team has struggled this year, and it has not been pretty. I'm pretty sure in the 15 games that they played, and I believe that's their record, they've had 15 different lineups. They are already, 4 weekends in, and they've had 2 different weekend rotations. And every time, doesn't matter what year it is, every time I hear about the Cajuns baseball and potential for the Cajuns baseball, this is the year. So I am cautious, would be probably the right word, about how good they should be. Okay. Kyle DeBarge we'll get to that in a second. He had a 2-week slump and he's out of that. All right. He was been out of it before today, but they have some issues, and we'll see if it turned around. They were 1 wild pitch away from losing 3 of their 4 weekend series, and 2 of those were at home. They beat Wright State 2 out of 3. They lost to Rice. They went on the road, got swept in Houston by 2 out of the 3 really good teams, right? Vandy and LSU, national powers. No shame in losing to them. It didn't be nice to win, but you did lose to Houston on Sunday, and then you almost lost to Tulane. I will say their RPI, I think, has skyrocketed with a win over Tulane on Saturday. That was a walk-off. This is amazing. When they're 2 wins, they're up 110 spots. So they were 236. The Cajuns' RPI was 236 after Friday's loss to Tulane. That's on Warren Nolan. That's crazy. So they're down 3-1, 2 outs in the 9th, and they're going to lose as the Tulane pitcher strikes out the Cajuns batter. But the catcher lets the ball get past him. Shades of Mickey Owen. I have no idea how many people are going to get that reference, but shades of Mickey Owen. Cajuns hitter reaches. Trey LaFleur gets a base hit. 2 on, and they're talking about running. I mean, I don't know what I don't know what Jay Walker is thinking. I know they're down 1, it's 3, or down 2, 3-1. And so if you move the runners up, then you just need a base hit to tie the ball game. I get it. But I don't want to take the bat out of Kyle DeBarge's hands, and I don't want to have a runner thrown out. What are we thinking? No, this is not where we run. If this was the 7th inning or the 5th inning, yes, but I'm not having the game end with a guy trying to steal 2nd or 3rd. That's not what's going to happen. So Kyle DeBarge hits a 3-run home run. I mean, there were 2 outs, nobody on, and a strikeout. Game's over. Wild pitch. Batter reaches. Trey LaFleur singles. DeBarge a 3-run home run. We'll see if that turns things around. They're going to Arkansas State this weekend. Sunbelt Conference play is opening up this weekend. I still not sure what we have. It's an issue. If you're telling me you got some infielders playing outfield, like, why didn't we recruit some outfielders? I'm not sure about that. The Friday night starter to begin the season was now closing, and he blew it, although he did get a win, I believe, a vulture win, I believe, on Saturday. So it is still a work in progress. That's for sure. I know we had Sunbelt had some nice wins, maybe even series wins against the Big Ten. But I was listening to the Cajuns on the way over from Lafayette to Pensacola, and they dodged one. Let me tell you, this could have been a really ugly start to the season, and now you've split your first 4-weekend series. Like they had lost as of when they lost Friday to Tulane in a ball game that they led 8-2 after 6. They managed to blow that ball game. They had lost they lost 2 to Rice. They lost the 3 to Houston, and they lost to Tulane. That in Houston. So that's 4, 6. They lost 6 out of 7 on the weekend. Now they've won 2 in a row, and they won the series. That changes things in a big way. And as I mentioned, my goodness, up 110 spots in the Warren Nolan RPI from 236 to 110. It could have been a disaster. So we'll see if that turns things around. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll do more Sunbelt baseball and softball when I get back in Lafayette. I'll get a chance to check it all over, what happened over the weekend. And hopefully we'll start to line up some coaches. That'll be the idea. Maybe I'll sit here and email some coaches, see if I get some people to come on with me this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be here. We'll have an episode. We'll recap it of the Sun Belt Conference tournament. It will be Arkansas State, number 4 seed, taking on the number 2 seed, JMU. All right, we'll have the full recap on Tuesday. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm your host, Dave Schultz. Have a great week, everybody, and enjoy the championship ball game. This is Locked On Sunbelt, your team every day.